So from reading these comments, a lot of you want to see this drone in 2022. And this video I'm going to quickly discuss what I think this is the most anticipated drone for this year. And this is a replacement to the DJI Mini 2. Let's discuss. Now the DJI Mini 2 came out in November 2020, which seems a lifetime ago, and that drone sold like hot cakes. Anybody who asks me what is a good drone for a beginner to get, the Mini 2, what's a good drone for a small portable drone under 250 grams? The DJI Mini 2. I will give you that answer all the time. For the budget, for the price, it's absolutely fantastic and it still is great. But into 2022, the technology on the DJI Mini 2 is now starting to get old. So we are expecting a refresh. Now, normally in October or November, the Mini line gets updated. It started with the Mavic Mini 1, then in Mini 2. Where was the Mini 3? So there is several rumors and reasons why this didn't come out. Nobody aside from DJI knows for sure. We'll touch on a few of those today, and also about what you actually want to see on that Mini 3, but what we are actually realistically going to get. So people love the Mini 2, including me, because it's just so small. I mean, it's about the same size as your phone. It packs a 4K camera and it just gets the job done. It's really great. So if you haven't watched any of the recent videos I've done, even in 2022, it's still worth it and I recommend getting it. Now, if you recommend this to anybody, normally the response is, oh, just wait for the Mini 3, just wait for the Mini 3. Now, currently, nobody knows when that Mini 3 is coming out. We did see a leaked blueprint, which any of you, even you watching there in the background, in that blue t-shirt, you could go onto Excel or Numbers and create your own spreadsheet, put it on to Twitter and go, oh, the leaked DJI spreadsheet. So we don't know. Nothing is concrete. So there are some rumors that it could come out in April, but the normal refresh time for this is November. But what I do think is, I think it will be coming out pretty soon. I'm hoping, my intuition is it's going to be coming out in the spring. And the reasons for this is this. So the DJI Mini 2 was always the top of the pile when it came to the 250 gram limit. Nothing came close, but even with that technology getting a bit older now, other drones like the Hubsan Zeno Mini and other things, they always released the software which looked great on paper, but did it perform as well? It didn't, so people still continue to buy that Mini 2, even though the technology was old. But then Autel joined the race. Now Autel have come out with this, the Autel Nano Plus. So Autel have released this drone and it's been out now. I've had this for about a month. So this has obstacle avoidance sensors. It has a better, bigger camera on the front of it. So the low light performance is also better, along with the photos and the videos. Is this the reason why we didn't see a Mini 3 in November? Because DJI may have already started productivity of it, but then Autel have released this drone, and there's no way DJI want to be second. They want to put as much as they can into this drone so they continue to be top of the pack. So I think that's why it was delayed. I don't think anything to do with supplies, chip problems had any impact on it whatsoever. I think the fact that they was ready to release a Mini 3, but it had something which this had more of, and there's no way that DJI would accept that. So they've pulled productivity for this. They may have added some more features, and meanwhile this gets released. Now this certainly at the moment isn't perfect. It's also more expensive, but it has more tech in it. So what are we expected to see once that Mini 3 is actually here? I think the camera is going to be 100% improved. We're going to see a bump in the camera, probably the same as the Autel. So on here, a 1/1.28 CMOS sensor with an f1.8 would be great. It'd be better low light performance, because the low light on this guy is really good. There's no way DJI are going to want second best. Sensors, obstacle avoidance sensors for sure needs to happen on this drone. Other drones have added them. DJI will and need to add them. Front, back and bottom sensors I'm sure will happen. I don't think we will get top sensors or side. For that business strategy, you need to spend more and get the Air series or the Mavic series. But some sensors on here will be brilliant and also allow active track, focus track. Now we know they're pretty good. I wouldn't say the best, because Sky are the best, but they are good at tracking, so expect some sort of really decent tracking built in with the software. So to have all that protection and tracking on a small 250 gram drone, most people will be really happy with that before we've even had anything and talked about anything else. Now, master shots, I'm kind of still on the fence because it uses a lot of battery, which is going to be an issue for this. And also, us as drone pilots and filmmakers, we can create a lot of those shots ourselves. So master shots, but I'm sure master shots will come on that Mini 3 as an added marketing feature. Master shots are cool, it's just whether you need to use them or not. But that yet alone, it comes down to one extra thing, and that's to do with the price. So a lot of people will comment saying the Mini 3 or the Mini 2, it's so much cheaper than this. But every time we add more technology into these drones, it's going to cost more. So expect an increase in price on the Mini 3. Nobody knows at the moment what that's going to be, but just expect something. I would not be surprised to see the Mini 3 in like the UK price of starting at about $650, and then for the Fly More maybe $800, which is more, yes, but you're going to get more tech in it. If you want to spend more than that, then you can jump up to the Air 2S. If you want to just spend more and get better tech, the Mavic 3. But I think if you want a small 250 gram drone, and then you can have a DJI drone, you can have the tech, the spec in it, I think most people will spend that extra cash to get it. I really don't think, I think there's probably 1% chance there's going to be a Mini 3 with added tech for still £419. Not going to happen. But it does beg a question, if you have a Mini 2 already, do you need that Mini 3? So it comes down to, for me, this is a fantastic B drone. This will be the second drone I take with me majority of the time. This allows me to get shots, just put it in my pocket and always have quick, easy to use drone with me at my fingertips. Maybe in locations I don't want the bigger drone, maybe I just want something and not take a big bag with me. This is perfect. But for the actual overall flying performance, you can't beat those bigger drones. The ability and the confidence flying those in strong winds, which we get a lot in this country, being able to get really sharp, crisp video from the camera on the Mavic 3 is just simply unmatched. So I think a lot of you should be thinking, if you've already got a Mini 2 and you're thinking, oh God, Mini 3, Mini 3, Mini 3. So do you just use your Mini 2 for like on a Sunday, just average flying, then the Mini 2 is brilliant and the Mini 3 will also suit you great as well. But if you want to expand and get better and better and have the best quality and create fantastic cinematic videos, the Mavic 3 or the Air 2S is a big bump up, even with the Mini 3 coming out. So I would think about what country you're in, think about what licenses do you need. So in the UK, we need the A2 CFC course. You can do that in about 48 hours online and it will last you 5 years. It costs about £80. I'll link it in the description below. Similar in other countries around the world. But from then, you can fly these bigger drones along with, there's still the Mini 2, and then maybe rather than spending $800, $900 or $1,000 on the Mini 3, put that towards and getting a bigger drone and have this still, the Mini 2 as your B drone, and have a big beast of a drone as your A drone. That's probably the line I would go down. For sure the Mini 3 will sell and be absolutely fantastic and be great, but it's going to be really interesting to see, would you upgrade from a Mini 2 to a Mini 3 or simply just pay that money and get a big drone whilst keeping this? And that's, I'm really interested to see once it comes out, testing it, is it actually worth it? Now DJI, just like Autel's biggest issue with this, is that these drones have to stay under 250 grams. So this one actually is 238 grams. The Autel is bang on 249 grams, so not much in it at all. But to add more technology, it means there's got to be sacrifice. So this, it's pretty well made, whereas the Autel is certainly more plasticky and it doesn't feel as strong. So sure, when the Mini 3 comes out, it's going to be really interesting What sacrifices are made on this to achieve those obstacle avoidance sensors, that bigger lens? There has to be sacrifice. We don't have the battery technology yet to have really powerful batteries, but really small as well. So the battery life is going to be similar, around about 30 minutes, but the actual feel of the drone could feel more plasticky and not well made. And it's when you then grab an Air 2S or Mavic 3 and you think, this is a proper drone. So it's definitely a concern, but I'm sure, you know, if Autel can do it, DJI are all over this, but it's certainly a consideration to you. I would say if you've been watching this channel for a while now and you're interested in filmmaking, and this is basically an aerial tool, and you want to add more tools to your tool bag, then think about other drones as well, bigger drones. But we cannot wait for this Mini 3 to come out to see what DJI have done. I don't think it should be too long. I would hope it's going to be a spring launch. I don't think they'll wait until November. The November date last year was delayed. Should be out, hopefully, really soon. So let me know in the comments down below, if you have a Mini 2 like this, would you upgrade, would you sell this, or what? Are you going to wait and see how good this is? Or would you keep your Mini 2 and put that money towards a different, bigger drone like Air 2S or Mavic 3? It'd be really interesting to let me know in the comments down below. But I hope you enjoyed that, guys. As soon as I get any more information on this, I'll for sure share it with you. Take care. See you soon.